Welcome, dear friends, to our monthly full moon celebration. This month, we honor the energies of Virgo and its opposite sign, Pisces. But before we get into that, let us talk for a few minutes about what all the astrologers are focusing on, and that is this eclipse season. A Leo lunar eclipse arrived on August 12th, opening the eclipse vortex, while calling on us to joyfully step into the fullest expression of our authentic selves. Wherever we've questioned our worthiness or dimmed our light to please others, we're now ready to take a leap and embody our truest hearts with abandon. After the turbulence of the Leo month, we may now feel lighter, freer, more buoyant, and alive, more honest and less ashamed, and certainly less afraid of ourselves. But our work isn't done here. A Pisces lunar eclipse forms on August 28th, closing out a journey that began in late 2024. Wherever Pisces and Virgo fall in our charts, this is where we are now wrapping up a long lesson. Meanwhile, wherever Aquarius and Leo fall, we are beginning a new story that will last for a year and a half. Questions will be rising around freedom, egolessness, romance, sexuality, creativity, and the courage to be ourselves and to be fully seen. Shifts in power and leadership are also in the works, and we may notice a changing of the guards amongst those who are most visible. The more we express our genuine hearts, our genuine uniqueness and compassion, the more we will thrive in this new era. This story isn't just about us as individuals. We are finding new ways to offer our talents to the world for the benefit of all, to transmute our selfishness into greater compassion as we embrace our inner connection. We understand that whatever we fear in another is something unhealed in ourselves. And that healing and purification is what Virgo is all about. The sun entered the sign of Virgo on August 22nd, and thus we enter the sign of the material world. It's a phrase Madonna sang into our collective consciousness 20 years ago. She, of course, was singing about our hunger for money, fame, and stuff. She was a material girl, and only the boy with the cold, hard cash could be her Mr. Right. The energy of Virgo can be intensely focused on matter, money, and perfection. But the word material can also mean essential, important, relevant. It is this journey from the most dense preoccupation with stuff of the world to the recognition of matter as an essential, important, and relevant vehicle for boundless love. That is the true story of Virgo's power. Virgo carries the energy of devotion. It is the sign of the priest or priestess who painstakingly cares for the temple so that sacred, beautiful ceremonies can occur within. Are the candles lit? Is it clean? Is everything in its place? When we pay attention to matter as a conduit for love, light, and power, we're on the right track. That's why Virgo is the sign most connected with health. When we pay attention to our physical, emotional, and mental health, we are tending to the very vehicle that wants to give great gifts to the world. During the month of Virgo, we pay attention to the many details of the physical world. Where do we need to analyze? organize, systematize. What do we need to shed, clean out, purify? Where is discrimination required? We pay attention to these practical concerns so that we can be vehicles of light, so we can offer our truest service. I imagine we have all done hard, painstaking work that we didn't want to do because we knew we could and no one else wanted to. Those with strong Virgo in their chart often work harder than anyone else and simultaneously find themselves resenting it. Virgos are hugely capable, but until they choose the area they most wish to serve, they will feel depleted and frustrated. This is a lesson for all of us during the month of Virgo. Yes, it's time to get all our ducks in a row. Yes, it's time to schedule all those doctor's appointments we've been putting off. And yes, it's time to clean out and clean up. But always, we must remember the larger vision. Where do we want to devote our love and attention, like a mother cares for a child? What do we want to tend to with practical and exquisite care? Because our whole body yearns to infuse this work with light. Virgo is a sign of work. It's a sign of duty. It's a sign of all the practicalities of motherhood. And just as a mother tends her babies, I ask you, and I ask myself, what do we wish to see thrive in our lives? Where do we wish to increase the light? Let's devote ourselves to that very task this month. Virgo is symbolic of the womb, where we birth the Christ consciousness. We give birth to the principle of unconditional love that resides within us. Virgo is the 9th sign of the zodiac. It's the number of completion. Also, the number of months that it takes to literally give birth. In the evolved Virgo, we are completing our personal lessons so that we can step into being of spiritual service. What lessons are you completing this month? Virgo evolves from the love of the self in Leo to acknowledging the divinity within everyone. At the level of the soul, Virgo manifests as a healing agent. She instinctively knows how to bring healing and right human relations into any situation. All of her energies go into serving others, helping others discover their own inner divinity. The evolutionary goal of Virgo is to perfectly express its divinity while in a physical body. The Master Jesus was a perfect example of this. Some other words that are descriptive of Virgo energy are the workaholic, the Puritan, the skeptic, the warrior, the keeper of morals, the nurse, the helper. It might be of interest if we talk for a minute about the soul-centered mantra for Virgo. I am the mother and the child. I, God, I matter, am. So again, Virgo is an earth sign. The earth is matter, the mother. The child is the indwelling light of the soul. I, God, or I, spirit, I matter, am. I am all of these things. This is synthesis, a joining of spirit and matter to birth the Christ child, the soul. Just as a mother must carefully nurture her unborn child, so we must nurture our bodies, so the energy of love has a place to live within us. Virgo's original meaning has been somewhat lost. She was associated with the Virgin of the ancient goddess traditions. In these traditions, the Virgin goddess was not the feminine counterpart of a male god. The original meaning of the word virgin was one in herself. She stood alone as a divinity in her own right. For males and females, the Virgin Goddess is that part of us that is single and whole, with complete access to our intuitive knowing, our knowledge and wisdom. We all have this archetype within us. This month, we are challenged to reconnect or connect more deeply to that intuitive wisdom. Each astrological sign is related to a part of the body. Virgo rules the intestines and the bowels. This makes perfect sense if you think about it. The Virgo energy is all about how we assimilate and digest. Usually in the Virgo month, we begin to focus on what needs improving. Fall is here, and our energy begins to go inward in preparation for winter. We can become more critical and introspective, digesting all that we have absorbed in the last 6 months since the spring equinox. We use our powers of discernment and analysis and turn towards the work of perfection. How can I improve? What needs to change? Usually at this cycle, we choose some aspect of our life to take apart, to cleanse and rework. This is all powerful Virgo work. Let's talk now for a few minutes about the dichotomies of Virgo and her opposite sign, Pisces. Remember that the opposite sign always needs to be balanced with the sun sign. While Virgo is solid earth, Pisces is fluid water. Mercury, as one of the rulers of Virgo, brings in the qualities of the concrete mind, logical thinking, discernment, the ability to analyze and discriminate. So where Virgo is logical in her thinking, Pisces lives in the mystical realms. Virgo loves to reason and analyze. Pisces wants to surrender to the mystery. Virgo believes in what she can see. Pisces says, have a little faith. Where Virgo can fret and nitpick, Pisces says, imagine the possibilities, accept what is. Virgo's instincts are outraged that Pisces would make decisions without all of the facts. And Pisces wants to believe in something. He doesn't care about the facts. So what is the balance here? Well, each holds a facet of the truth. Neither can find the whole without the other. We need discernment. We need facts and our reasoning abilities. But we also need to look beyond that for a vision and faith in the unseen and unknown. We can use the Pisces energy to create a vision and Virgo's logical reasoning mind to implement and manifest that vision. Our world desperately needs this visionary Pisces energy right now. A Course in Miracles reminds us that if we want to change the world, we have to change the way we think about our world. How do we do this? By opening our hearts and letting the vision of what is possible fill our minds. Here is a quote that reminds us of that Pisces flow. In this quote from John Brehm, he talks about how sometimes we need to just relax and let life unfold. Maybe that's good advice for these turbulent times. So here is the quote called Layabout by John Brehm. Do nothing and everything will be done. That's what Mr. Lao Tzu said, who walked around talking 2,500 years ago. And now his books practically grow on trees. They're so popular. And if he were alive today, beautiful women would rush up to him like waves lapping at the shore of his wisdom. That's the way it is, I guess. Humbling. But if I could just unclench my fists, empty out my eyes, turn my mind into a prayer flag for the wind to play with, we could be brothers. Him, the older one who's seen and not done it all, and me still unlearning. Both of us slung low in our hammocks, our hats tipped forwards, hands folded neatly like bamboo huts above our hearts. End quote. Can we do that for these next few months? Unclench our fists of anxiety and fear? Empty out our eyes from all the violence and chaos that we see? Turn our mind into a prayer flag, filling it daily with our hopes and desires for a better world. Let us prepare now for our meditation. Be sure you are sitting in a comfortable position, that you're in a space free from distractions, sitting with your spine relatively erect, with no undue tension or strain. Quietly begin to notice the rhythm of your breathing. Let this life breath help you to come home into your body, to settle, to relax. Now imagine that breath filling every cell in your physical body, creating a sense of stillness and poise. Now send that breath into your emotional body. See this body as a lake whose surface is absolutely still. There are no ripples on this lake to disturb the surface. Feel your emotional body take on this stillness, this calm. Then finally, sending the breath into the mind, asking the mind to become quiet and still, giving you these few moments to go deeper into the stillness. Now, in your mind's eye, visualize the color royal blue. This is the color of the Virgo energy. Imagine yourself bathed in that color. See the mist of blue descend into your room and penetrate your body. Breathe it in and permit it to flow comfortably through your entire being. State inwardly your intention to be open and receptive to the energies of Virgo. Holding yourself in that place of openness, imagine now that you can see the astrological alignment that is taking place in the sky at this time of the full moon. See that golden electromagnetic beam of light connecting the sun, the moon, the earth, and the constellation of Virgo, creating a portal that allows the divine energies of Virgo to flow through to you. Open yourself to receive these powerful energies. Imagine the purifying energies of Virgo filling your being, cleansing all obstacles and hindrances. We seek to become pure vehicles for the Christ consciousness. We are pregnant this month, and within our womb is the seed of the soul. From this place of purity, let us imagine the world we wish to manifest. See in your mind's eye a world free of struggle, free of war, free of poverty, free of violence. See humanity acknowledging the divinity within each other. Imagine yourself acknowledging the divinity, the soul, in each person in your environment. See right human relationships played out all over our globe. See the distribution of resources spread to every corner of the world. See a world of beauty, harmony, and peace. Hold that vision vividly in your imagination. And now imbue that vision with the love and compassion that a world like that would demonstrate. Now think of one concrete action that you can take to help make this vision a reality. No matter how small, just commit to one action to help heal our world. Now let us use our creative imaginations again to visualize all of us, all of the light workers in the world, joining hands to encircle our planet. Imagine that we link soul to soul with each person in the circle until we see a radiant, powerful circle of light surrounding the earth. Imagine that light irradiating the entire planet, lighting up the earth. See the earth as a beacon of light in the cosmos, manifesting its spiritual destiny. Let us hold this vision in our awareness for the next few minutes, imbuing it with all of our focus and attention. Now, in your mind's eye, see the light that has been created around the earth, going forth into all the places on the planet that are in special need of healing at this particular time. The wildfires, the earthquakes, the flooding, the violence in our cities, the Middle East. Send the light forth with this prayer. May the forces of light aid all those in need. May their suffering be lifted. May all beings be safe. May all beings be restored. And a prayer for our country at this pivotal time. O thou, in whom we live, breathe, and have our being, the power which makes all things new, turn the fate of humanity to better things. Everywhere, move the hearts of humans that they may open themselves to the spirit of love and brotherhood and sisterhood and mutual responsibility. May the will to good be the motive of all deeds, and may it establish once again the reign of peace on the earth. May the love of the divine self be shed abroad in our hearts, through our groups, and throughout the world. May all beings be safe. May all beings be cared for. May all beings be restored. May all beings find peace. Now bring yourselves back to your room and take a few deep breaths. Wiggle your hands and feet and imagine that roots are growing out of the bottom of your feet, back into the center of the earth, bringing you fully back into your body. And let us give thanks for the opportunity to assist in the healing of our earth. We will close now with the great invocation given to us by the Tibetan master in 1935. Let the forces of light bring illumination to humankind. Let the spirit of peace be spread abroad. May people of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation. May forgiveness on the part of every human be the keynote at this time. Let power attend the efforts of the great ones. So let it be, and help us to do our part. Namaste, friends.